interaction session tonight. So I'll be sharing some of my experiences and co. And tonight I'll be sharing my journey, my lessons, the practical steps you can actually take to become a global champion for antimicrobial resistance awareness in animal health. And when he reached out to me a few days ago, I was like, okay, what do I want to say? Who am I? I'm just a small boy trying to survive like every one of you in the country. But it is a privilege to actually talk about becoming a champion in AMR awareness in animal health. And this is what I've always been advocating for: antimicrobial resistance, antimicrobial resistance, antimicrobial resistance. Well, tonight we are not here to tutor ourselves what is antimicrobial resistance, blah, 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 the big grammar. I hope we all have a little background about what antimicrobial resistance is. But here, I think I will say thank you to Emmanuel for bringing this kind of webinar or a seminar into a community of AMR champions. Okay, we are not just advocating, we are looking for opportunities, we are looking for personal growth. At the same time, we are looking for personal development in the field of AMR. So I'll just say, well, brief thing about myself. Well, I would say from organizing campaigns across Nigeria, abattoir, pharmacy, blah, 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 to also receiving global recognition. And because I was recently named the Student of the Year 2025, Global Student of the Year by World Veterinary Association. So I'll be taking you on a journey that show how local action can actually become a global influence, and how you can also be the same. And I believe every one of us, we can be great, because the sky is just there for everybody to fly. So, well, without wasting much of our time, I'll like to say thank you and appreciation to Antimicrobial Resistance Club from Lautech. I know some of us might not know the meaning of Lautech. I think he stated it earlier. Ladoke Akintola University of Technology. Imagine a University of Technology talking about antimicrobial resistance. So it shows that it is an important aspect of our life, because either you deal with it or you don't deal with it. We all get affected at the end of the day. I don't want to puzzle us with a lot of talk on AMR. You've been receiving lectures, tutor, webinar, seminar. But I would like to acknowledge the importance of youth-led action in EMR, because EMR Club is one of the clubs I respect so much. I can see the club expanding across the country. Recently, one was launched at the More Plantation too. It is a thing of joy, and I will say, like I used to keep in my code, in my usual codes: hope, one word, one health, and there is only one chance to act. Every time, anywhere I am, I will say it: one word, one health, and one chance to act. Your little show of gesture towards educating, enlightening, intervention, and every other aspect of antimicrobial resistance might actually save a soul, might actually save several souls, and might actually prevent an outbreak. You can't tell. And like you all know, antimicrobial resistance is not limited to one area, it's not limited to one field. You can't say, "Hey, because I deal with only EMA, no, there's nothing concern me with antimicrobial resistance." It is a lie. You too, you know you are lying to yourself. At least every one of us have basic or a grand knowledge of what antimicrobial resistance is. And also, from animal to soil to environment to human, it is like a cycle. And we have to come together. That's why I said one word, one health, and there is only one chance to act. And collectively, we can we can get through this particular phase. So without wasting much of our time, let me delve into the major aspects of tonight, which is my journey from local voice to a global platform. And I remember, let me say, a few years ago, like 3 or 4 years ago, I was telling somebody that, okay, I just wrote a book, something in a paper, like my journal. I started with from obscurity to significance, the story of a boy from the outskirts of the city. He was now asking me, who is the boy? I said, I'm the boy. and I'm seeing myself going far in life, and I know definitely I'll get there. I'll say I started with, like many of you. I started like just a normal university student who got admitted, matriculation, my year one, my day one on campus within the University of Environment. I was naive, I was lost. I don't even know, well, what do I want? I don't know. I just know, okay, I got the course I wanted, and let me go and see what they do here. I don't even know what it entails. When you are totally naive, that secondary school mentality, just bring it into the university. And well, I was just full of passion, but there was a limited resources. And I started out as a just random veterinary student. Well, with limited resources, you struggle. There's no light, there's no water, there's no this, the classroom, there's no space in the lecture theater. That's what I was battling in my year one too. But then I was a student. I was a veterinary student. I know there are a lot of profession here tonight. I Can you still hear me, please?
Yes, I can from my hand, but I don't know why.
Yes, sir.
All
I
right.
can.
Thank you very
Yes,
much. So
sir.
that I'm not talking to myself. So I believe I could make a difference in human health. I believe I could make a difference in animal health, even without having access to a fancy lab or a sponsor. And that is the most important thing. See, you don't become great in a day, like they used to say. To become a man is not a day job. You don't get to the top by just jumping. You don't get to your destination by just disappearing. No, it doesn't happen that way. There are steps, there are process, and then there are ways. Initially, nobody will see you. When you start doing it, nobody will even pay attention to you. You'll be your own motivator. Nothing will motivate you. Nobody will say thank you. And most of the time, we say thank you after a job well done. Nobody say thank you before you kickstart a job. It is when you are done that people now reckon with you, that people now recognize you, then you become feasible. Then people are saying, "Wow, this is outstanding." And what is it extraordinary? I don't see anything in extraordinary apart from the extra that is added to it. That is what makes you extraordinary in life. You are just like a normal person. You don't have any superpower. But what makes some people outstanding? What makes them outlier? What makes them extraordinary? That people now say, "Wow, wow, I reckon with this person. This person is doing very well." It is because they put in a lot of effort. Nobody was saying well done at the initial phase. But when results start coming up, then people start saying, "Wow, this is outstanding." So I started being a local campaign, and like the picture showing on my screen, I started with enlightening the people. I am still passionate, but then I was very, very intense about AMR. Like anything antimicrobial resistance, just call me, I'll show up. So I go to the abattoir to sensitize people, to enlighten people. I go I attend seminars, webinars on antimicrobial resistance. Just say you need a volunteer on AMR. I am there already. Go to the abattoir, cattle market, within the university radio station, school outreaches. I do a lot of them. Then gradually I started seeing the results, because if anybody is going to invest in you, they must see potential. And before they will see potential in you, you must be doing something. Do you get it now? You must have something doing. Like in the past, I used to host antimicrobial resistance quiz competition in secondary school. There was a time I even partnered with other medical students. I think that was in 2022, if I could remember. That okay, this is antimicrobial resistance week coming forward. I would like us to partner together. Let us collaborate and make it a nationwide program. So it was started from the local, then I partnered with them, then we spread across every other chapters, then we made it a nationwide antimicrobial resistance awareness week. And that gave me a breakthrough. I was able to meet a lot of people that I can say, "Oh, this person can assist your career. This person can support you. This person will see you." Because to be able to identify potential in anybody, if you look at yourself, can you recognize potential by just looking at somebody? No. You recognize potential by looking at what the person is doing. Wow, if you can do this small thing with limited, restricted, and every other hardship that comes with it, trust me, if you have access to opportunity, if you have access to maybe sponsorship or mentorship or something, you will go further than that. That is how opportunity comes in. Then the turning point came for me in my life in 2023. I contested for the International Veterinary Student Association National Leadership. It didn't come on a platter of gold. It came as a result and as a cumulative effect of my previous leadership experience, volunteering, and passion that I have towards a particular cause. So from there, from leading the National Antimicrobial Resistance Awareness Week, I met a lot of people. I was able to interact with them. Then when I needed them, okay, I'm going for so position in leadership. Then I got the support because they know the kind of person I am. They've already seen me working before. That is potentiating into opportunity for me. Do you see it now? From being a volunteer to being a national leader. That is how being a volunteer, especially passionate about a cause, can transcend you into a bigger height. Then from there, I met Dami. If you look at the picture, the second picture, during the rallies, blah blah blah. That was when I met Damilola. Trying to paint a practical experience for us to see how you being passionate about something and dedicating yourself to it can actually transcend you into a bigger opportunity. So that was when I met Dami, and then we started talking, and then we went on the rally together. Dami was working with OHDI. Then he reached out to me that, oh, they wanted to carry out a sensitization in Ibadan and they needed volunteers. I said, that is a little problem for me. I gather my guys, okay, we are going so, and then we went there. Then after the program, Dami reached out to me that, okay, there's a that was the Trinity Challenge 2024. That, okay, there is a Trinity Challenge youth seat competition, something, and it would like us to form a team together. And then, okay, we came together. We call it Stop Superbug. I was in my fifth year then. Yes, I was in my 500 level veterinary school. And then we call it Stop Superbug. We gather every other person, including Kenneth, the co-founder of AMR Intervarsity, myself, Dami, and some other distinguished. And then we wrote the proposal together. You know, I did not know Dami before. We met due to my passion for antimicrobial resistance and sensitization, where we carried out in the abattoir, cattle market, the pharmacy, Bodija, blah, 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 and other markets nearby. And then we wrote it, and then we were selected among the 7 winners across the world. And the only the winning team from Nigeria. Out of I think 81 or 91 applications that came in, we were among the 7 that got to the final, and then we were the winner for the 2024 Trinity Challenge, and we named it Stop Superbug. That was when I transcend from being a local champion to be a national champion. That was my first win of Trinity Challenge. I don't know if Emmanuel was aware. We got one in 2024, and this is the second round for 2025. So from there, I started networking with similar people in the field, the similar youths. And when they talk about antimicrobial resistance youth in the future, probably my name will also pop up because of what I transcend from being a local to regional, then from being a to national. So that is how opportunity comes when you portray yourself, you position yourself very well for opportunity. Opportunity will not come to you. Opportunity will not knock your door if you are not prepared for it. That is how potential can transcend into a bigger journey. So from there, I got the World Veterinary Association Global Veterinary Student of the Year. It didn't come as a result of because okay, I was sitting in one corner. It came as a result of cumulative effect of my activities, and this come with the leadership. I've been able to demonstrate with evidence, impactful evidence, my leadership experience from local to regional to national, then to international. Do you get it now? That is one. Then I was able to demonstrate my commitment to my community. What have I been doing to support the community? That is what everybody will ask you. Nobody will ask you, what will you do to support your community if they want to appreciate you, if they want to give you value, if they want to in doing that you think if you give you this opportunity, you'll be able to achieve such on a bigger scale. And this is how cumulatively I became, like they used to say it, a global boy. And I was I will be receiving the award in Washington in later in the year. So that is how my journey started, from being a local voice, from a naive 100 level student now to a graduating doctor, and also a global award winner, grant winners. At least, if I can remember very well, probably I've won three, four grants or five throughout my undergraduate journey. So, but it didn't start. I didn't start winning from my year one. I didn't start winning from my year two. I didn't start winning from my year three, but I had something doing from my year one, year two, year three. That's how they used to say. Cumulative effect is very, very important. You have to start somewhere for you to get to somewhere. I hope I'll be able to illustrate um, my demonstrates my journey from being a local voice. I started from the university environment, sensitizing every now and then. You see me posting all of residents, blah blah blah. None of them happened overnight. None of the achievement happened overnight. It was the result of deliberate, persistent, and community-focused action. I remember, yes, I even forgot to mention that one. In 2024, I received the WVA MSD global scholarship too. It didn't come because of my academic excellence. It came as a result of my commitment to my society, my commitment to my community. And how did I arrive at that? It was me doing these little things that some people count as nothing. It was me volunteering for a cause, dedicating my time to support something I believe in. And from there, I was able to say, okay, this is what I've been doing, blah, blah, blah. And they was, wow, this is outstanding. And I was honored. I think I received $2,500 as a scholarship then. So you have to start somewhere. You need to have something doing. Nobody rewards probability. Nobody reward the future. They reward what you've been doing. They reward your past. And you too, you can be a champion that will become a global youth that become a global antimicrobial resistance youth champion. That's what I meant. You start from being local. You, like they used to say, act locally but think globally. I'll still talk more as I move on to the next slide. Please, I would like to confirm if I am still loud and audible.
Yes, you are.
Yes, sir.
Okay, thank you very much. So I'll be moving on to amplifying antimicrobial resistant work to international recognition. So let us break it down how you can grow your impact from local to global. I've talked about my few of my experience because I don't want to talk about everything. Probably I'll still mention some as I move on. The most important thing, how do you amplify your work? See, antimicrobial is a problem. I'll call it a pandemic already. It is a pandemic that is eating everywhere. There is no way, whether you fall sick or not, you are probably resistant to one or two drugs. You don't need to go to the hospital. And like I used to tell some people, well, let me tell you a little practical experience I had while I was advocating for AMR on the feed. Sometimes, I think around last year, I came across a group of a pharmacy student while I was trying to interact with them. You know, if you're in pharmacy, you'll be thinking, what else don't I know? I think they were in year four or so. And then we're trying to work together on AMR campaign something. And they were asking me, what is my own role? Like, who will come first? We're trying to do this AMR video. Then they were asking me, what is my own role? What role am I going to play? Am I coming first or I am coming last? They said, okay. I said I should come first. They said, why? I said, okay. They said, what is the role of my own profession? I'm a vet student. Then they are thinking how they can key me into the video we are about to do. And I said, well, let me tell you something. You don't need to go to the hospital before you be resistant to antimicrobial resistance. Before you be resistant to antimicrobial. They said, how? I said, do you eat egg every day? They said, yes. Do you eat beef every day? They said, yes. you drink milk, you drink, you take cheese, you take animal product in general, you take chicken, you take animal product in general every day. He said, yes. I said, do you know majority of the resistance that we are shouting about today, they are actually from the animals transmitted to human. He said, how? I said, thank you. You know, in my profession, which is veterinary medicine, we use a lot of antibiotics. I can say majority, if not over 95% of antibiotics we use in animal is the same thing we use in human. So I said most of the time they use these antibiotics as a group, as a growth promoters in animal, whereby, or if you go to the cattle market today, you go to the abattoir, a cattle they are about to kill in the next 10 minutes, they can jab the cattle uh, antibiotics. They can jab the cattle and any antimicrobial any antimicrobial drugs. And once they jab the cattle, what happens to the drugs? They circulate into the system, and they put the animal to rest. Okay, they kill the animal maybe 15 minutes after. Then you go to the market, you see a fresh beef. This thing is still fresh, oh, directly from the abattoir. Then you buy it, you take it home, you cook it, and then you consume it. Indirectly you've consumed antibiotics without you knowing. I don't know if any of us must have experienced it in the past, whereby a particular drugs you've never used in your life, they just tell you that it is not working for you. It is not magic. It is because of what we are consuming, and a lot of irregularities, a lot of things are being done where we are not even paying attention. Most of the time, I said we focus more on the hospital, focus more on the clinic. A majority of the antimicrobial misuse are outside that space, and majority of the people, even the literate ones, they don't even know the egg you eat every day. They jab the animal, the chicken, they jab the chicken antibiotics. The chicken deposit it in the egg. You consume the egg. I don't know if you've been eating. Some of us must have noticed it. Whenever you are eating some eggs, you'll be tasting something like tetracycline in it or a drug in it. It is not a magic. It is as a result of the deposit, the residual drug that have been deposited into the eggs. Any chicken that has been given antibiotics, you are not meant to consume the egg at that particular time. But how do we know? We don't even know. We just eat it. Majority of the people rearing them don't even know about that. So that's why I said antimicrobial resistance is it's a pandemic, and it is not limited to the hospital. So that was I was able to inform them, enlighten them, sensitize them that no, it is not limited to the hospital. It is not limited to not completing your drug dosage only. Maybe you are sick, they give you drug in the hospital, and then you do not complete the dosage, you lead to resistance. No, that is not the only part. There are a lot of it. And another aspect will be the environment, whereby the drug that are being used, you flush it into the dam, you flush it into the river, the fish consume it, you consume the fish, you consume antibiotics. They flush it into the wherever, the plants grow from it, antibiotics is present in the soil, the plant take it. There is a lot of ways. It is just a multifaceted problem, and it requires every expert to come together and to tackle it. So let me now take you back to amplifying antimicrobial work from your local to being the international recognition. The first one is start with genuine impact. Very, very important. You start with genuine community impact. Your local relevance build you a global credibility. I remember when I was talking earlier, if I did not talk to Damin, if I did not do it well with Damin back then, probably when he thought about the idea, he will not remember me. You will not even think, the way you carry yourself, they say impression lasts longer. I've only met him once, but when he saw the opportunity, he saw me. That is how your local relevance can build your global credibility. It is the way you respond to some certain volunteering job, to some certain call to action. They call you to come and do something. It is your attitude to it that will determine whether the person will remember you in good or in bad later when it comes to a global credibility. So from there, I know my local relevance built me global credibility. When he saw the passion, it was like, oh, this is the kind of person I've been wanting to to work with. So your work must matter where you are first. Whatever you are doing, whether in your community, whether in your society, whether in the classroom. This particular picture, the first and the second one, they were taken in 2019. I visited some school to enlighten them on mm, how they can build. Like it's more of like a mentorship program. I was invited by a friend that okay, they are going for an outreach in a school, blah blah blah, and they need somebody to speak to the students. They need somebody to talk to the students. So I was like, okay, I'm available. I will join you. Then I went there. I still find a way to chip in antimicrobial resistance then, and how they can be a global relevance too. I didn't even know I would go far. Myself, I was in doubt, but I was able to implant something in them. And I'll be glad maybe in the future, one of these students will see me and will remember me that, oh, this was the uncle that said so. Because I remember the people that said the same thing to me when I was naive too. Till today, if I meet somebody that must have contributed directly or indirectly to my journey, I used to remember them. Even if it is 20 years ago, I'll still remember. So that is how life works. Your local relevance builds your global credibility. I was doing it at the local level, visiting schools, visiting markets, and within intra-campus outreaches, blah, blah, blah. Then gradually, I boom into regional. I started doing Southwest Nigeria, then national. When I got the national leadership, I got a platform. I see it as an opportunity to advocate. I see it as an opportunity for me to leverage on and build my national relevance. Another thing, step two, how to amplify your AMR work to international recognition. Document everything. Document everything. Use photo, short video, blogs, and post event reports. This shows the world you are active and then credible. This picture was taken in 2019. Yes. And I still have the picture in my gallery today. It was because I document everything. I know I don't know where I will be, but I anticipate being in a greater position in the future. See yourself in a greater height. See yourself as a global relevance contributing to fight against antimicrobial resistance. So when you see yourself that way, you document all your local activities. It is your local. Nobody will say thank you when they don't see what you are doing. When you are done, then you keep documents, you keep evidence, you keep record. Once you document it, then it transitions into winning the Global Veterinary Student of the Year 2025. And I would say this is the first time somebody from Africa will be winning the. Imagine being the the most outstanding student across the world. How many countries do we have? I can't even remember. How many people in other part of the world have access to better facility than me, have access to better funding than me, have access to better opportunities than me, but with limited resources, with limited accessibility, with limited funding, with limited everything. As a black man, I was still able to become the most outstanding among all. So it all boils down to your local relevance to global credibility. Create a drive on your phone, document whatever you are doing, put it there. There is a day they will ask for it. See, if you are applying, let me use the 2024 Trinity Challenge, for example. When we are done with whatever we could come up with, we still came up with, okay, let us write summary about ourselves. What have we been doing individually that we want to come collectively as a group to convince? If you want me to sponsor you, if you want me to support you, if you want me to give you my money, you have to convince me that, oh, I am worth it and I can do better if I have. Like every one of us, we say, it is money that is delaying me. If I have money like this, I will do so. I will do so. It's not by mouth. When you don't have money, what have you been doing? If you are spending lavishly when you don't have money, when you have money, you will still finish it lavishly too. If you are not contributing to anything when you don't have access to funding, if you have access to funding, you still waste it too. They will ask you, what have you been doing? And this is where documenting everything come in place. You get it now. This is the evidence that will shows the world that you are active and you are credible and you are reliant and you have a local relevance. You've contributed to something in your locality. What if we support you? You can do better. Another step, number 3, is to align your work with global goals. Very, very important. Know what you are doing. Align whatever you are doing. Understand especially the WHO Global Action Plan. that they call gap on antimicrobial resistance. It is very, very important. Okay, like you are working on something, then does it align with the global action plan? Check it out. I don't know, maybe some of us might not have heard about global action plan. This is an avenue for you to delve into it. Go and look into it. Look what the plan contains. How do they intend to achieve the plan? Then you can key yourself into one area of the global action plan. And also the One Health principles. You should look into that one too. What does the One Health principle tell us? I know I've enlightened some of us. If you've not heard the word One Health before, I just enlighten you the interconnectedness between the animal, human, and the environment, especially when we link into the aspect of antimicrobial resistance. I just show you a slide of you consuming the milk that was from the animal that has been injected with antibiotics, and then you or the animal that has been infected with antibiotics pass a poo that contains antibiotics into the soil. Then the plant takes it, human takes it, then the resistance pattern keep encycling. Do you get it now? That is just the concept, the basic concept of the One Health. And don't forget the SDGs too. If it is SDG you want to key yourself into, find a way so that it will relate to whatever you are doing. That way, your local action fits into a bigger puzzle. Do you get it now? Because like myself now, I'm majorly into antimicrobial resistance in smallholder farmers. They basically want to focus at the moment on biosecurity, fascination, nutrition, how we can use it to limit and how we can use it to reduce antimicrobial resistance, how we can use it to reduce over reliance on antimicrobial in smallholder farmers. That was what I wrote for Trinity Challenge, and it was accepted, and they funded me. I mean, the second one. The first one, it was focused on wash off AMR. We targeted secondary school, we targeted markets, we targeted, and another thing is whatever you are doing, after outside the evidence, impact evidence that you presented, okay, this is what I've done in the past, you should be able to convince them that this is what whatever you are supporting me with will be able to produce at the end of the day. And another thing, without wasting much of the time, on step 3, step 4 is to collaborate. Very, very important. Do you notice that one man does not make one tree does not make a forest? You cannot transcend alone. You need people to pull you from the top, and you need people around you to be able to vouch for you. That is recommendation. Recommendation is not by written only. There is oral recommendation too. There is a recommendation that come from just seeing your work. Like Emmanuel just stated now, he saw the winner of the Trinity Challenge. The first thing, he went to look for the person, which was my LinkedIn. Then from there, he said, okay, this person is interesting, outstanding. Let me communicate with him further. That is a form of collaboration too. And from now, I know Emmanuel also, I know what he's into. And then from there, we can start working on something related to. From there is international recognition. It comes in every form. It comes in where you are not even paying attention. See, collaboration like AMR clubs, you can interact with your colleagues, and while you are brainstorming, like somebody from AMR club in Adamawa reached out to me 2 or 3 days ago that I want us to work on a paper. That is research. I will still talk about my research experience. That is research. And I was like, oh, wow. When I check our common something, we are from, he is a champion of the Stop Superbug, where I am one of the team member. I was like, oh, wow, that's interesting. Then we can do something. He sent it, I corrected it, I sent it back to him, go and work so more on this. Then the project will be carried out in Adamawa. I'm in Ibadan, and I'm one of the collaborators. Imagine. So that is how international recognition comes in. Next time, if there is opportunity at the international level, I can gladly recommend him because we've worked before. He can gladly mention my name, and he might get a recommendation too. So that is how amplifying your work will also take you to international recognition. You don't just get there in one day. No, people need to recommend you, and you need to recommend people as well. Another thing is AMR clubs. Within the AMR clubs, there will be a lot, unless if you are not active. Trust me, you will benefit a lot, because Someone will be doing something that need assistance and you are there to support. When opportunity comes to, the first thing that will come to the person mind is you. This person that we worked together the last time, let me just call him or her. Another thing is joining the international body. I joined the International Veterinary Student Association to be a international recognized person, and I am there today. Won the award, won a lot of things, I've won a lot of scholarships. I cannot even remember all of them at the moment, that are not even in naira currency. So you work. How did I get to that level? It was from me working from my local, joining the body at the local chapter, the IVSA University of Ibadan. Then from there to IVSA Nigeria. Then from there, I transcend to represent IVSA Nigeria at the Sub-Saharan African region. Then from there, I represented from the global level. So it is a gradual, it is a step. But if you are not active in the local, when you want to move to the regional, they will ask about you. And they say, oh, the person is not reliable enough. Then that's the end of your journey. But if you move from local to regional, you are very active, even without reward. Trust me, you are building yourself. From regional, you move to national. Once you get to national, trust me, you're already on a global, you're already on your way to global level. And also, well, there is also RSTMH grant, Royal Society of Tropical Medicine. Again, I'll not talk much about that one. That one is more of individual grant. Then I'll talk about the Bauschit champion, the winner of the 2025 Trinity Challenge. When I wanted to write this particular grant, I'll talk a little bit about it. When I wanted to write it, the first thing that came to my mind was Abdul Basit. He's a champion from Stop Superbug, the winner of 2024 Trinity Challenge. He applied as a volunteer. Then I said, okay, Basit, how far? What did you think about this? He said, wow, it is beautiful. You know, we've worked as a team. I was part of the winner of 2024. He was not part of the winner, but he was a volunteer. Then I said, okay, what do you think? Blah, 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 blah. He said, okay, that he will be ready to learn from me. He said, okay, no problem, blah, blah, blah. Who else can we put into our team? Then I saw what do you call it? The most outstanding champions. We selected 4 champions from the previous Trinity Challenge. And I saw Adeyeye there. This guy is outstanding. Why don't we invite him to join the team too? He did very well as a volunteer for Stop Superbug. Then we invited him, and I think, okay, why don't I invite my friend from Kenya, that is the founder of AMR now? Okay, let me invite my friend from Kenya too, that is the founder of African Youth Antimicrobial Task Force. She's one of the co-founder. Okay, let me invite her too. Let us come together. Let us put heads together and write this thing. And I believe we stand a better chance of winning with our international collaboration and also our local relevance. We can actually be the winner. That was how we came together. And then I wrote, okay, since I am passionate about so. Then I remember, outside being passionate, how do I intend to provide the practical solutions to this problem? Then I started thinking, intervention. What do we do? Biosecurity. If you tell me, if you tell me, let me say, okay, if you tell me, wash your hands tomorrow, or wash your hand when you are done eating, I can hear you. I've heard you. I will go home. It is up to me to decide whether I will wash I might not even remember what you said. But if you tell me, take this soap, or take this detergent, or take this liquid soap, whenever you are done eating, or whenever you touch something, wash your hand. It's just like a sanitizer. If you give somebody sanitizer, that whenever you've touched something, you should use it to rub your hand. And somebody you just tell with your mouth that, oh, whenever you touch something, you should be using sanitizer. Who do you think will likely comply? It is the person you give sanitizer. That is intervention program. It is an idea. How do you intend to intervene? And that is what brings about social and behavioral changes in people. People don't change because you tell them something. People change because you lead them in a way where they don't have a choice than to comply. If you give somebody a sanitizer that whenever you touch something, whenever they touch their pocket and see sanitizer, they will remember you. They will remember what you said. And there is high probability that whenever they touch something, They would pick the sanitizer and rub their hand. That is removing antimicrobial. You are contributing locally too. That is intervention, and you are changing the person. When the sanitizer finish, they might likely buy another one because they will be used to it, or they will stop touching things. You've contributed to social and behavioral changes. That is very simple. It is just grammar. It is your ability to think of new idea. How can I make people to change their behavior towards certain things? They said whenever you are done eating, you should be washing your hand. Somebody give you soap. Somebody did not give you soap. Who do you think will likely wash their hand? It is the person you give soap. That is intervention. And that is how we came about winning the grant. It is just the way you think. When you combine a lot of people together, that is what transcends to international recognition. It is not a magic. And also, I've won several grants where I was able to carry out a fascination and every other this thing. That one is more of veterinary related. And another thing, apply for global challenges and also grants, show consistent action and innovation. Okay, that number 4, I would like to mention something that you don't need to do it alone. Partnership magnify your reach. When you partner with other like minds, you are likely to go far. Whenever somebody sees that, okay, this is a group or a team of brilliant, young, committed, with locally relevant youth champions coming together to brainstorm on an idea, trust me, you will fly. There is no way. So, and the only way you can meet similar people with similar idea, with the same brilliant, doing outstandingly like you, is through joining this kind of organization, EMR club, joining your local and volunteering in general. That is where you see like minds that you can come together, collaborate. The billionaires or group of billionaires are not made differently. It's because they have something in common. And step 5, apply for global opportunities. Very, very important. From grants to challenges to fellowship. Don't wait until you are ready. Be consistent, document your work and go for it. I can't remember the number of yes that I've received this year. I can't know. I can't even remember. I can't remember the number of no too that I've gotten. I mean, acceptance and rejection. When I see opportunity and um uh, I see when they call it opportunity, I already know I kill into it. Target global, target local, target regional. And the only way they used to say, I don't know if everybody here understand Yoruba, they say info, like info. The only place you can get information is through collaboration. If you don't partner with, I don't know, I've never heard about Trinity challenge in my life until the individual I partner with to form a local relevance, to carry out a local sensitization, brought it to my attention, we brainstorm on it, then we fly to become international. And now we're internationally recognized. Do you get it now? So you don't get all the information to yourself. You need to collaborate, and the only way to see like minds is by doing like like mind. Be consistent in whatever you are doing and be innovative. So I'll talk about um the personal preparation is your hidden asset. Yes, I think you can see the picture illustration. The first thing is to master communication. You need to know how to tell your story. You get it now. Before the world sees you as a leader, you must prepare in silence. Yes. Before the world sees you as a leader, you must prepare in silence. Like, you just need to master communication, your storytelling, statistics. Like, I remember I did an interview last week. I've been preparing for that interview 2 weeks ago. And every day when I wake up, I read my slide, my presentation. I was given 3 minutes to present everything I want to do in 2 months. Yeah, you have to convince us that, okay, we should give you this something. Within 3 minutes, I was given 3 minutes. I've done 1 minute presentation. Yes, I did 1 minute presentation for Trinity Challenge. Yes, I was given a minute. Yes, a minute plus. Then for this one, I was given 3 minutes to tell everything I want to tell. Then I started preparing. Do you get it now? You need to learn communication skills, and the only way to learn it is by volunteering in all these things. Be a champion, advocate, sensitize. When you communicate with all this mama, you think you are sensitizing them only. You are helping yourself because it brushes, it make your communication skills better. but you need to learn how to tell stories and share the stories of the people that you've encountered. I remember in during one of my outreaches about that was when I was working in campaign too. I joined West African IDRC. They are sponsors from Canada. I did not even know. I've already volunteered before I got to know. That was another opportunity. I got to know the sponsor after I joined the volunteering team, and now got to know the they are being sponsored from Canada, West African IDRC, something something on tuberculosis. When I got to the abattoir, I met one woman that called me aside and said, "Ah, my child, whatever you are saying is the truth. Majority might not know, but my son is currently battling tuberculosis. We've been treating him for the past 1 year." The woman told me a personal experience that really sharpened my storytelling too. So wherever I am, I know I have a practical experience of how tuberculosis. I've never seen somebody with tuberculosis, but I was advocating for it. But when the woman narrated her story, it even goes beyond what I've read in paper. You know, when people are telling you real life story, it takes you far from whatever you've read. So I it helps him in master communication. And whenever I want to enlighten or sensitize somebody else, or whenever I want to write my story, or whenever I want to write for anything tuberculosis, I know how to put them together now. I know how to bring realistic experience into my communication. And the other person reading it, whether for grants, whether for application, whether for sensitization, they already get idea of whatever I am saying. Another thing, okay, yes, sharpen your soft skills, build soft skills is very, very important. And leadership, you can start small. Be the team lead for the volunteering cohort that is going on an outreach. Leadership starts from there. Like, check the picture I just put here. This man is from, I think, Maiduguri. He just sent it to me yesterday. And this lady, this is my broker. She's from Maiduguri also. She's leading a team that went on sensitization on antimicrobial resistance, the current workshop EMR for the 2024 Trinity Challenge. She's a volunteer. If tomorrow now she want to write about her experience, she can easily write, "I volunteered for so 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 so. So I had so 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 experience." Leadership. Another thing, teamwork. No project is solo. Teamwork is it builds you. Don't try to, like, you see the way teamwork had propelled me towards being national and international recognition. It works a lot when you work with like minds, and the only place you can get like minds is volunteering where like minds could be cited. And the only place we have, should I say, um, a lot, and I'm trying to look for the English to look to use for that, where you can see concentrated of like minds. It is where there is collective objective of like minds, which is, if you are looking for somebody in AMR, you will join AMR club, because that is where you will see concentration of like minds compared to seeing on the road. Another thing is problem solving, especially you need to develop problem solving, especially in low resource settings like Africa, where a lot of problems. How can you solve it? I just solved a problem now, and I was given 7,005 to provide solution for that. If I could prove that this was the impact evidence, that I could solve little with the limited resources. Because to me, that 7,500 is even small compared to the kind of problem I want to solve. Do you get it
Dr.
now?
Said, I think the meeting will end now in the next 1 minute. Can you hear me?
Oh,
So the thing is
yes,
that
I'm with.
I would send another link to the group, and I'll send another link to you now. So please everyone just click on the new link, and I would add everyone again.
Oh,
Do you
sorry.
get? Okay. So I'll send you the new link, and everyone also click on the new link also that will send to the group. Thank you.
Okay, no problem.
All right, welcome back. So, okay, Dr. Said, are you on?
Yes, I'm
Okay,
with
okay,
you.
okay,
Am
okay,
I audible, please?
okay. Yes, you're on. So you can continue.
Okay, I'll be sharing my screen now.
Okay. Okay. Now
Okay,
we can.
can you see my screen?
Yes. Yes, we can.
Okay. I think I'm running out of time already, if I'm correct. Okay. Yeah. So, I was talking about. Okay. Yes. Okay. Yeah. Step five. You
Like
should.
you've passed
Um.
this. Yes.
Okay. Yes. Thank you.
Yes.
Okay. I
Yeah,
was.
yeah,
I was there.
yeah.
Yes. I was talking about build and nurture a brand, a
Yes.
personal brand. Yes, learn project writing and proposal development early. Very, very important. Yeah, that's how you access funding. Nobody will give you funding if you cannot convince them that, okay, you know how to use the fund.
Hmm.
Very, very important. You need to learn project writing and proposal development early. And how did I come about this? Uh, when you are doing your personal branding. Okay, before I will go to personal branding, how do I come about writing a proposal? I was just as naive as you are, but I was curious and I asked a lot of questions. And somebody just say, okay, I attended a seminar then also proposal writing, all these grammar, poodles, blah, blah, blah. I still did not get it. Then I seek for mentor. Yes, I had mentor and I still have mentors that I reach out to whenever I need something. Very, very important in life. They will be the one to put you through. Especially when I was writing the um, my Morris Animal Foundation proposal, I reached out to them. They put me through. Okay, if you want to write a proposal, this is how you write the background. This is how you write the context, and this is how you write the solution. Your methodology. This is how you write it. It is true mentorship. I don't think that is what we'll be talking about tonight because mentorship on its own is an entire topic to discuss. So I will not want to delve so much into that, but mentorship really helped me a lot, and I've really helped a lot too in teaching them project writing and proposal development. Anybody that reaches out to me, most of the time, I'll say, okay, no problem. What do you need? How do you want it? And if I see that you are not serious, I'll not pay attention to you again. But if you show consistency and I can see that, oh, this person has been doing something too, definitely I'll be glad to help. That is mentorship. Mentorship does not necessarily mean the person you are worshiping or something. Anybody can put you through. You can ask just one question, and that one question will fly you. That's one question, and getting the right answer is all you need to make your proposal outstanding. You get it now. So that is basically. I will not want to delve much into proposal writing because that is entirely another topic to save us time. And another thing is craft your personal brand. Very, very important. Build and nurture a personal brand around integrity and impact. When Emmanuel wanted to know about me, he didn't come to me to ask me. He went to check my brand online. Who is this person? What has this person been doing? That is personal brand. Some of you don't know the impact of LinkedIn. You don't know the usefulness. If you are not maximizing your LinkedIn at the moment, I don't talk about all these motivational something, but from your own corner, look at some people's LinkedIn profile, modify it into your own fashion, then put it there. There's some information that I do forget about myself. When I check my LinkedIn, I'll see it there. I can say
Yes.
there
Yes.
was a day.
Yes.
There was a day I was going through my LinkedIn profile and I saw one scholarship I got like that. I was like, oh wow, I've even forgotten I got this. I cannot even remember. It's not even in my CV, but it is there. That is personal branding. There are some activities I've carried out. I've been some ambassador in the past, and I just check my LinkedIn. It reminds me, what did I even do that time? So whenever I want to craft maybe a cover letter, a motivation letter, application letter, or anything letter that I need to submit, or just write about myself, I just go there, check through again. It reminds me of who I am. That is personal branding. And if anybody search your name online too, they are most likely, apart from your Facebook, your Instagram, the next thing will be your LinkedIn profile. If you don't have any other thing, let it speak for you. And nowadays, I can tell you, like um, the United States recently cited some things for student and exchange, whatever. Like, you want to apply for visa, they will be checking your social media history. Don't just go to Twitter and be commenting nonsense. You are building brand. They said they want to do intense and thorough social media search of anybody applying for their visa. You might get opportunity tomorrow. Do you have a brand that will represent you online? If somebody needs something about you, think about it. If you are thinking globally, if you want to be internationally recognized, then you have to position yourself for the opportunity. And one of the way is personal branding. Whatever you do, try to share it. Be visible. Like I used to say, a visible fool is more useful and is most likely going to make it than the unknown genius. Yes, I used to say that. A visible fool is most likely going to make it than unknown genius. If nobody knows you, then you're not going anywhere. Nobody will recommend you. Nobody will recognize you. So whatever you do, try to create a strong, a not and a impactful personal brand. So, and be the person known for solution. Yes, very very important. Not complain. You are not the one that always complain. Be known for as a solution provider. Be credible. Be consistent and be committed to whatever you choose to do. If you are volunteering, please be committed to it. If it is just one volunteering you want to do, be committed to that one. You don't know. Opportunities from there will come to, they say it is the people that are active that used to get the reward. Yes, that is how it works in life. Even if I become the president tomorrow, it is the people I can trust that will put to come and surround my cabinet. If I become anything, if I become WHO director tomorrow, it is the people that I know have been impacting in antimicrobial resistance that will put in charge of antimicrobial resistance. It is not unknown person. And the only way for me to know you is your personal brand. I might not know whatever you do every day, but if you put it out there, people will know, okay, this is so person, and she has been working on so. And lastly, be ready for opportunities knock. Always be ready. Most opportunity finds when you prepared long for it. Let me use an example. The Global Veterinary Student of the Year that I got across the world, they only pick one person annually. I will tell you that I started applying the day I started um, putting things together, the day they announced the previous winner, who is the 2024 Global Veterinary Student of the Year. The guy is from Brazil. I went to check his profile. I read about it. Outstanding. Oh, me too, I would like to win this thing. Then I started working. I started doing a lot of things. I started volunteering and every other thing. Although I was not doing it because I want to win it alone. I was doing it because I want to be and contributed to my society the way the person must have done it. Probably I will stand a chance. We are not even in the same field or something. We don't even do the same activities. But I feel like, okay, if this person could have done this, I may coming from Africa, and I need to prove a lot of points because you know the way Africa this thing works. You have to prove beyond. So if he did one, then I need to do times three to beat every other person. Which means if he that have access to a lot of resources can do this with all the limiting and all the limited factors in my surroundings, then I need to do times three or four of that thing to be above every other person. So it is very very important. Be ready before opportunity knocks. And throughout my this thing, I used to document years work before I even apply for the Trinity challenge too, and also the WVT challenge. UVA award that I just cited, and that what makes the difference. Very, very important. So moving on to research as a tool for relevance. Yes, my journey into research was not driven by academic pressure, but by problem I saw in the field. Yes, I'm not paper driven. I've not written multiple publications, although I have some, but it is problem driven. That's why most of the time I used to think about solutions, solution. I got the Morris Animal Foundation. I was admitted to Morris Animal Foundation Veterinary Student Scholar 2024. We were just 18 that were selected for my set that year in 2024, and I happened to be one from West Africa, one person from Tanzania, and those are the two that was selected from Africa as a whole. The rest of the 16 were selected across other parts of the world. But what prompted my research idea was, okay, I saw a donkey in my faculty, and I was like, this is a good research niche. People don't even do anything in donkey. Then I went to read about blah blah blah. I noticed a lot of people don't even go into that niche. Then I wrote a proposal, blah 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 blah. I submitted it. Well, initial proposal I wanted to work on was brucellosis, but they told me my proposal will not fly. When I reached out to my mentor, he said I should go and think about something else. Then I was like, okay, let me think about Samolena, One Health. And that was how I was able to secure a $5,500 to carry out a research on donkey across 6 regions of the country. My mentor or my supervisor still used to say, oh, this is more of like a PhD research because it is too broadening, it is too, you understand. So that is how I entered into the research space. I saw problem, I was able to provide solution. Then from interventions to, like I cited about the Trinity challenge on to, you need to think of, okay, this is the problem, how do I provide solution to it? And you cannot say problem, you cannot think of potential solution, you cannot think of how to twist your solution to fit into what someone must have done in the past. If you don't volunteer, you will not know what SBC is. If you don't volunteer, you will not know what intervention or how do they carry out intervention. Do you understand that all these things comes from you volunteering? You need to work for somebody, for people to work for you as well. So I've gotten a lot. There is several grants. Okay, he called it PAR something foundation the other time. It is actually a PAR foundation grant that the Kenneth and his team got them to establish antimicrobial resistance club across various campuses in Nigeria. It is, I know I met Kenneth when he was maybe in third or fourth year pharmacy student in University of Nigeria. Yes, I remember. I think that was in 2018-19. We were working, I volunteered as a social media manager for Community Health Awareness Network. Yes, Chanet something. That was how I got to know Kenneth. And today we are all doing well. And we are all in the same field, and we are also working on the same team together. And we all move together to international recognition. Do you see now? I was working as social media manager. Kenneth was, I think, social media something too. Then we added to the same group. Then we chatted. He said he's a pharmacy student from UNN. I'm a vet student from Nigeria. Blah blah blah. That was how our journey started intertwining together. Today, Kenneth is one of the co-founder of the Anti-AMR Intervarsity. Do you understand now? That is how I even diverted from research as a tool for relevance. Well, as a student, I think to save our time, you um, you should join existing research team. Your faculty is a good mind. Like the AMR club in your faculty, the research foundation, something, something, just join one. That is where you learn. That is where I said you act locally while you how do I put it the other time? I forgot the slang I used. So do mini projects, surveying something, just think about something. You can even say, I want to carry out a questionnaire on the clinical of a let's say of pharmacy students in or 400 level pharmacy students in Ladoke Akintola University of Technology, Ogbomoso. You are doing what they call in research. I'm trying to remember the name they call it. When you are trying to see whether a mini project can go into a bigger one. If you are successful in that your mini pilot project, yes, You are doing your pilot study, like pilot project. You just want to check a small data. Then from there, your experience, you can use it to write a bigger grant and use that your pilot study as a reference. That, oh, when I conducted a KAP, or you conducted a questionnaire asking the, let me say, you are a nursing student, as a nursing student in 400 level or in 300 level, Ladoke Akintola University or from University of Ilorin, blah, blah, blah. This was the result that I got, which pointed that there is a problem on a bigger scale. If 400 level that are educated and that are AMR knowledgeable could be this, so, you are writing a research already. It is, you are writing a grant, you are proposing a problem already. Then you bring your interventions, you bring your solution. That's how you write grant. So you can only do that by starting a mini project and a survey. Another thing, apply for internship. They are available globally in summer. Look for global mentorship. Currently, I am the co-founder of Vet Bridge Network, and our essence is just to connect potential students to potential mentors in the field. What do you want to do? What have you been doing in the past? Then we look at the people that are doing well in the same field and we connect you together, and then we start monitoring mentorship. I've been a beneficiary of such in the past. I just thought this is a problem. Let me provide solution to it. Let me create a platform with some of my network that I think could buy into the idea. That was how the Vet Bridge network of veterinary students came on board, and that was how we make it a reality. That is, it become an initiative already. It's become a foundation. And also, summer research internship, apply for a lot of it. And I know majority of you don't know that even in your field, antimicrobial resistance, you can apply for, I don't know, almost all the schools abroad takes in summer students. They give summer internship. Some of them might be open to international students, some might not. You should ask question like, I have recently got a summer internship, something too, and I have seen some people that have gone to Oxford, they've gone to US, they've gone to Canada, they've gone to China, a lot of countries based on student research internship from their 300 level, 400 level, 500 level, 200 level. It is, I know a friend I just got into one and she's studying mathematics. So every field, if you're in microbiology, start looking for it. If you don't search, and anybody that needs any could actually reach out. Probably I could, if I have idea, I could provide them about that. But you should apply. They position you on a global skills. Another thing is attend research webinars and workshop. I don't think I should talk much about this. We all know what webinars, workshop, and how they can sharpen your skill sets. So final advice to the AMR warriors. Yes, the journey is hard, very, very hard. And yeah, some of the, I'll tell you some truths about my background in AMR. Well, I used to tell people, I didn't come from the city. I used to say, like I used to tell people that I'm a village boy. That was when I wrote my book then, not book. When I wrote my essay about myself, I said from obscurity to significance, the story of a boy from the from the outskirts of the town. So your background is not a barrier because you don't have enough support, you don't have enough enough funding, blah blah blah. Then you now think, oh, I cannot do well, I cannot do better. It is just your starting point. See it like that. It's your story. Hold on to it. You are the one to tell your story. Nobody will tell it for you. So it is however you want your story to be twisted, the way people will see it for you. Do you get it now? So, like myself now, I graduated from a public university in Nigeria. There is no support. But that didn't stop me from doing better, from going national to regional to international. And also, most importantly, don't chase title. Don't just say I'm AMR champion, so. Once you are done with that, you dump it on LinkedIn, then you disappear. Chase transformation. What impact is it making in your life? It's very, very important. Yes, it's very, very important because sooner or later, the impact is what will transition you into better opportunities. What have you been able to do with it? How many people did you impact? How many changes were you able to enact from your knowledge, from your title? You are the leader of so 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 so. What was the outcome? We want to see the outcome. Yeah, I'm done myself. I'm not too this thing move when somebody say I've gotten so 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 so. Come and tell us what you achieved at the end of the day. I prefer posting my results than posting my starting point. Do you get it now? This is what I've been able to do. This were the impact with evidence. Another thing is um collaborate across professions. Antimicrobial is not a veterinary problem alone. It is not human problem alone. It is not even environmental problem alone. It's human, environment, and agriculture. It is one health. If you are into climate change, antimicrobial is also into that. If you are agricultural students, microbiology students, medical students, renewable natural resources students, we are all in this together. So you should collaborate across. And most importantly, be consistent. Show up even when nobody is watching you. Be feasible. Share your impact, but always with humility. And also be accountable. You to your mission, be accountable to your team, and also be accountable to your community. So that my okay, yes, I didn't even know I have one more slide. Sorry. Your my call to action. Well, let me leave you with one phrase. Like I used to say, start local, think global, and always act. Think globally and act locally. When they ask you for solution, like I was in an interview recently, and they asked me who do I look up to? The first thing is somebody at the global level. I mentioned, I said, I splitted it. Globally, I'm looking up to so 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 person. In Nigeria, I'm looking up to so 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 person. That is me thinking global and me acting locally. Do you get it now? So join global AMR campaign. Every time there's always antimicrobial resistance week, there's always this outreach, there's always this that. Last week I attended One Health Summit from the University of Ibadan. I had the most important aspect of that my summit was not the lecture that was delivered. It was the people I happened to meet. I have the opportunity of meeting Damin again. And we started talking about some things again that reawakened my interest. I say, okay, this thing makes sense. So we can do so, 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 so. We can do so, 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 so. You meet like minds wherever you connect in maybe a volunteering, a summit, a webinar, a campaign, blah, blah, blah. And also create content, short video, policy brief, infographics on antimicrobial resistance. It is very, very important. Do that always. Remind yourself. I told you, one person might change the entire story. You sensitizing one person might prevent a pandemic. You sensitizing one person might prevent a death. You sensitizing one person might prevent an outbreak. You don't know. Just do it because you love doing it. And another thing, apply for fellowship, e.g., maybe Trinity Challenge, Global AMR Youth Network. There are a lot of them out there. And if you don't join this kind of webinar now, you will not know there are a lot. You will not. So start local, think global, and then act always. And well, most importantly, don't waste. Act now. Don't wait until you have funding or followers. Action creates boots. It is when you start doing something that people start following you. It is when you start doing something that people see potential in you and invest in you. And my closing remarks, I want to reaffirm my commitment to everybody's journey. Whenever I see somebody that is passionate about EMR, trust me, I am a friend with the person already. Whether you're a student, whether an intern, or you're just starting out, you can become a champion for antimicrobial resistance. And the world needs you more than ever, especially at this point in the sensitization is not enough yet. The awareness is not enough yet. Talk less of intervention. That is even poor. We are fighting a pandemic. And if you go and check statistics, 2000, by 2050, so number will die. By 2030, so number will die. They are not just statistics. I can tell you they are reality. And I've been a victim in the past. It is very, very important. So I think I will end it here. I've used more than the 1 hour allotted to me. Thank you very much, everybody.
Wow.
Thank you for listening.
Wow, 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 wow. This is highly tremendous. And I must say I gained a lot. I don't know about others, but I myself oh, I gained a whole lot, a whole lot. It was just tremendous. Very, very practical. And that's what I love. When an individual shares practical ways to go about something, not just we are tired of being theoretical. Tell us how did you go about this? And Chai did tremendously well. Can you give him an emoji again, please? If you don't have, try and get. You really really tried. You really really tried. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. And I want you to take note of something from him. He did not just you know that it's not after the fame or the money or anything. You see that even after he has won a grant worth £7,500, he still went for a seminar that they're not even paying him a dime for. That is hunger to learn. You just want to grow. Okay. So most of these things they are not it's not as if someone is telling an individual. The person is just passionate about the field, and that's what we really love. So, and that's the reason why we organize this webinar. So we are not sure if I move further. We are not sure if anyone has questions. Do you have any question whatsoever? I think Akitola Deborah raised up her hand. Do you have a question? Akitola Deborah. Okay, if you have a question, can you just raise your hand? Mm. Hello, can anyone hear me?
Yes, sir.
Okay, 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 okay. All right,
Yeah.
all right. So, do you have a question before we call the meeting? Uh, before we call it a close. Sorry.
None from here, sir. None.
Okay. All right.
None, sir.
All
Oh,
right.
yes,
So
sir.
I really want to thank our facilitator for being available tonight. It has really been a moment of learning, and really want to appreciate him for giving his best to us tonight. So all we've just been saying, all what he has just been saying, is just that be very very intentional about growth. Okay, even from your small beginnings. Okay, he said act local, think global. Okay, and even most of the time you are just doing your thing on your own, and then the opportunity just comes by your way. Sometimes you are just doing your thing on your own, and then the opportunity just comes your way, and you just apply, and then you you get to stick to it. Okay, so and also I discovered that yes, huh? Hello, sorry, I don't know, I had a call. Okay. So also most of the time these opportunities just come your way once you are just preparing and just doing your own thing, and then the opportunities come your way, you apply for them. And also I want to sound something because I discovered I guess probably most are, or I don't know the percentage that are undergraduates, though I know we have graduate students here. We have so many people that are graduates already, and some are even doing their masters or probably PhD. So the world has gone past you just finishing your university education, and then you want to follow the conventional way. A job is waiting for me out there, something blah blah blah, like that, like that, like that. If you don't start applying for opportunities now, my dear, you the job that is waiting for you outside, you might not really be sure. So, but now be open to global opportunities. Be dedicated to a global cause, which an moral stance is part of it, and then you don't know where it might take you to. And also, research is very, 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 very important. Most of the time, most opportunities sometimes they ask about an abstract or probably a research. Okay, just think about something that you can research about. And like now, take for example, when I finished my during my 500 level, I think I've shared this over and over and over and over again. I can't count how many times. So I conducted a research on the link between antiviral resistance and climate change. I just sat down in my room, and I was just thinking, okay, there must be a link between AMR and climate change. I searched it up, and I made some of my bioinformatics skills that I learned in my 400 level. Okay, and I used it in bringing out a paper. I wrote that research myself. Even today, when I think about it, I'm like, what even came into me then that I was able to write a paper on my own. And then that paper, I was able to present it at Nigeria Academy of Science conference, where I was the only recent first degree graduate. All of them are doctoral students, PhD students, master students, and so many opportunities like that. And I just recently published it in a Scopus journal. So try and be dedicated to research, okay, even as an undergraduate student, to help you a lot to scale higher, okay. So I don't know if our facilitator has one or two departing words for us before we call it a day.
Okay, thank you very much, Emmanuel, for the opportunity. Thank you very much, everybody, for joining. And I believe this is a part of your dedication to growth. One of the most important things that propels somebody forward in life is knowledge, seeking knowledge. Why are you in the university if you are not there for knowledge? Why are you in this webinar if you don't have quest for knowledge? It is knowledge, and whatever you know, the only thing nobody can take from you in this life is knowledge. Please, wherever you are, seek knowledge. Whatever you are doing, it's a form of knowledge. I've learned a lot from people that are below me. I've learned a lot from people that are above me. I've learned a lot from people that were colleagues. Humility, be humble, be ready to learn. Don't think you know it all, but the sky is enough for everybody to fly. Trust me, you can do better. And that global recognition you are seeking for, that opportunity you are looking forward to, don't be afraid. Don't think you are not good enough. No, never look down on yourself. Put whatever you've been doing together. You too, you are not small, to be honest. You are not small. You only think the other person is doing better than you because of the way the other person project themselves. Trust me, you are better and you can do better. And even if you fail from it, it is a lesson. Don't let action. I just went back. Where did I make mistake? Blah blah blah. And then I zoom in and I go again. That is how winners think. Don't think like somebody that gives up. Don't give up. Giving up will not take you anywhere, because when you lose, you are only defeated after you fail and you fail to reattempt. Once you reattempt, trust me, you are becoming better. It might not be useful for that particular application. You might think that is the end, but trust me, there are multiple millions of applications, millions of opportunities out there. Just find the one, key into it. If you fail the first time, try again. Like Emmanuel said now, if you didn't win Trinity Challenge this year, next year, try again. Do something, keep improving on yourself. Subsequently, key into game, shoot your shots, and trust me, gradually you'll be getting there. Like I told Abdul Basit that we wrote this thing together. I said, I applied the previous year, I didn't get it.
Hmm.
That and she is thinking what was the problem, blah blah blah. I said, no problem, let me see what you wrote. I saw the, okay, tell me about what you wrote. He told me. I said, no, this is a problem, this is a problem. And this time around we avoid that the same mistake you made, and now he's a winner too. So that is how winner think. Once you fail at something, let it be a lesson and shoot forward. Be consistent, be committed, and trust me, this is just the beginning. Even myself, I'm seeing myself as this is just the beginning. I still have a
Hmm.
far and
Yeah.
wide to go.
Yeah,
So
is it
thank you very
just
much for the opportunity.
just type his name on Google. You know how big he is. There is a
I'm,
beginning though, but then is what
I'm,
well. Okay.
I'm
So
just a small. Thank you very much for the opportunity. Thank
all
you very
right.
much.
All right, all right, all right. So to everyone, good night. Have an amazing night rest. So next week we meet again, same time. It might not be same time, but next week we'll have another webinar. All right. So good night. and have a wonderful night rest. Goodbye.